So when I joined McAfee around 3 years ago, the company and the procurement function as such had been through a lot of change, whether that's through change of controls and also divestitures. So the team was under-resourced and not necessarily positioned to deliver the optimum and maximum value that we would expect from a high-performing procurement team. I think one of the core focuses that I identified was the positioning of procurement. It was set up as more of a reactive function that would deliver on the needs that the business had already chosen. So really what we wanted to do was strategically partner with the business to help them get the best delivery models and solutions for them. So positioning was a key focus from reactive to proactive. Yeah, so McAfee partnered with Officio through private equity sponsors, etc. And what was very helpful there, especially as coming into the role, was that the results and process and approach that Officio demonstrated to McAfee really demonstrated what a high-performing procurement function can do within the business. So it really helped set the scene and what I call the springboard for the company to invest in the procurement function that I wanted to create to keep on continuing the great value and services that had started. So obviously AI is at the forefront of every CPO and every procurement function at the moment. You know, early forays into that space was we were using tooling around kind of expense governance and contract ordering was through the AI space. A good example would be that we're ordering laptops, you know, an interface between our internal customers where they order their laptops and accessories all through a chat functionality. Whether it's having automated clauses so that we can assess our contract landscape very quickly. So depending on the key use case, and we are exploring how they develop and keeping closely to how the market develops. One area there's a lot of focus on in the procurement function is how we use AI to help interrogate data. That is very quickly what would be a task of providing me my top 100 software suppliers, when does their contract dates expires, could be, be quite an extensive exercise. We believe now that we are in the place where we can get that information and data instantly. And then you build upon that how you create those kind of outputs and insights to work with our stakeholders that really accelerate the path to value. Yeah, so recently it was great to be recognised by the industry for the role that we are using AI in procurement. But the most important thing here is how my team are leveraging and using AI to be able to make their jobs easier and make our outcomes better. So I think the recognition helps us iterate or substantiate why we want to invest time and resources in this space. But this is a journey that we're all navigating, and we are finding out every few weeks or so potentially different use cases or reaffirm use cases that help us be better procurement professionals. I think the things that we're most proud of by this transformation is the elevating of the procurement function within the business to become a strategic business partner. It is working with the business to define and execute on different delivery models that have material benefits to the business and to our customers. But when I think now around the evolution of the function and where we are adding more value, it is moving away from the kind of traditional boundaries into more of a commercial function to support the strategic priorities of our business. I think the procurement transformation, which has been ably supported and partnered with Officio, we have delivered an accelerated transformation path that delivers improved business outcomes with a more empowered procurement team that is now ably supported with data, insights and technology. And the end result is our internal customers get a better product and a better service, which means our external customers benefit from this transformation. So I think the most rewarding part of the transformation journey is when I sit down and informally speaking to my stakeholders and colleagues, and they explain the difference between a high-performing procurement function and the services they receive, and some of them saying that they'd never experienced that type of services from a procurement function.